What is up? Bowman Draft Mega Case finally came. It was a 5 or 6 days late. I don't remember. It was late. But it's here now, and I'm going to try and rip it. I haven't flipped a case in a while. Nobody fell yet. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. I knew this was just a matter of time. It's going well. Going well over here. Should have cut it from the bottom. Amateur hour. Straighten it all. That's pretty close. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful. And I just spun a knife on the counter. Big Brian Chilson coming. We'll see. I will admit to everyone that I don't know as much about Bowman Draft this year as I normally do. So we'll see what happens. I was gonna normally, like, if this was me ripping this by myself, I would have got it on release day and I would have ripped it in 30 seconds. Not really 30 seconds, but dang close. Those are mega packs, yeah. All right. So this is just a personal rip to get weird. I want to see some cards. Nate Snead, Ryan Sloan, Sammy Stafara, Dominic Fertone, Cooper Pratt Laser Refractor. Is it all chrome in the bonus packs? That's interesting. It does say 35 total chrome. I think that makes these even more valuable than I thought. Colin Yeaman, Carlos Grange, Billy Carlson, Travis Sikora, and Briggs McKenzie. Briggs McKenzie, that's a baseball name. Chrome only in these. That already makes these interesting, more interesting. Tim Piestein, Ike Irish, Josiah Kuroda, AJ Russell, and Nate Snead on the laser. 2 lasers. No paper. I think that's really valuable. That's interesting. Cameron Maldonado, Dax Kilby. I get a lot of requests for Kilby. A little bit of surface marks. Ryan Waldschmidt, James Tibbs as a Dodger, and Mitch Voigt. So that's the other Voigt that people are talking about. So I'm getting informed right here in front of you. Braden Montgomery, Ethan Hedges, Tommy Troy, Patrick Forbes, and Jacob Morrison laser refractor. 3 lasers. A lot of requests for these guys within the live streams, so it'll be nice to have some of these. Kyle Ladise, Dean Curley, Michael Lombardi, blue in the first pack, J.D. Thompson to 150. And prize prospects, George Lombard Jr. That looks fantastic. I'm a little far away. Good looking card. J.D. Thompson. Second round, 59th overall. I will take that. I like that. I like that. I did see some people opening this, and I saw a lot of nice hits. Hoping to join the club. Aaron Watson, Caden Bodine, Kyson Witherspoon, and Seth Hernandez. Great pack. In action, Eli Willits. All right. Don't focus on that, Eli Willits. Focus on this one that's grabbing the box in the background. Strong. Very, very strong. Oh, man. I haven't opened Bowman Draft. I can't remember the last time I opened Bowman Draft. I was just about to say since... I mean, probably... I did some 2022 light boxes. Yeah, Seth Hernandez. I'm not mad. What's going on, Matt? Aaron Watson, Franklin Arias, Dominic Fritton, Travis Sikora, and Ethan Hedges on the laser. This is really interesting so far. Caden Bodine. This is a lot of repeats. Cameron Nelson, Kyson Witherspoon, Briggs McKenzie, and Joshua Kuroda Grauer. Connor Essenberg, Seth Hernandez again, AJ Russell, James Tibbs, Patrick Forbes, laser. Pico Cone, love that name. Jordan Yost, Gabe Davis, Mitch Voigt, and Tommy Troy. All chrome makes, man, Josh Hammond, Matthew Fisher, Patrick Forbes, Gavin Turley, and Thomas White. Makes me want to buy like 10 cases and do player lots. I think that is really understated value. AJ Russell, Mitch Voigt, Patrick Forbes, Xavier Haynes, prized prospects Billy Carlson this time. Good looking insert. JoJo Parker. I know he's a stud. Devin Taylor, Easton Carmichael, Cody Miller, and Matthew Fisher. Was that all first? Yeah, it's all first. So the I do know the mega checklist is only 100 cards. So in theory, of course, it's not going to be perfect. Should get 2, well, parallels and everything else, but should be able to pull more than a base set of each of those, which would be nice if that was the actual case. I hope so. I hope it runs good. Thomas White, Jack Gurvich, George Lombard Jr., Gavin Turley, Xavier Nyans. Nolan Schubert, Cash Mayfield, Caleb Wing, JoJo Parker, and Ryan Sloan. I am going to potentially go to a show on Saturday. Maybe not. I might bow out again. Gustavo Melendez, Malcolm Moore, Kyle Lodice, Aiden West, and Devin Taylor. But it is nice to see these cards, to get familiar with them, be able to look for these players and recognize them by the photo. Mike Sirota, Dean Curley, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Easton Carmichael, Dante Nori in a laser. It helps just to see these cards because then you can associate who's in this draft release versus a regular Bowman Chrome, or this draft release. Kevin McGonigal, Michael Lombardi, Travis Bazzana, Walker Jenkins, and Ethan Frey. I feel like my voice is super deep right now. Kevin McGonigal, Billy Carlson, Ike Irish, Dax Kilby, and another Billy Carlson prize prospect. So pulled that in the last box. Neat. Pulled that blue in the very first pack, and I was pumped. Kane Kepley, Ethan Hedges, Jack Gurvich, Caden Kent, and Leo DeVries athletics card. Very, very cool. I can already tell the smaller checklist on the Mojos is I do like that. That was a change that needed to happen, including on Bowman Chrome too. They made they included the veterans and rookies in there, and then shrunk the checklist. Well, they didn't shrink it. They kept it 100 cards, but instead of being all prospects, they included the Aaron Judges, the rookies of that year, the Shohei Ohtanis, very, very important. Grant Richardson, Charles Davelin, Tommy White, Antonio Jimenez, and Hoswar Gonzalez. Nick Becker, Hagen Smith, Miguel Syme Jr., Sebastian Walcott, and Ike Irish in a laser. Blazer. Tanner Franklin, Blake Mitchell, Griffin Hughes, Mason Peters, and Yohendry Morales. Bryce Cunningham, Landon Hodge, JT Quinn, Walker Janik, and Briggs McKenzie. A lot of Briggs McKenzie. That's a pretty sweet name, though, so I'm already a fan. Raynel Rodriguez, Joshua Flores, Gianni Farmello, JD Thompson, and Alfredo Duno. Duno kind of seems like he might be a guy, might be a stud. The issue is that most of the card shows I go to are closer to Cincinnati, and they know who he is. No deals to be had. JJ Weatherholt, Quentin Young, Chase Shores, Michael Oliveto, Brady Ebel on the in-action die cut. Gavin Veen, Cade Anderson. A lot of requests for him. What pick was he? 3rd overall. Cade Obermuller, Connor Griffin, and Bazzana prized prospect. Should see him this year. At least I think so. The Guardians are very, very slow on calling their people up. From experience, it's not something they do, but I mean, number 1 overall pick. They've also never had the number 1 overall pick, so I would hope they'd handle it slightly differently. I'd like to see him. Opening day would be nice. Seems very, very unlikely, but Would be nice. Ethan Hedges, Thomas White, Ethan Frey, Arun Escobar, and Cooper Fleming Laser. Jack Gurevich, George Lombard Jr., Nolan Schubert, James Elwinger, and Felman Celestine. I like him. I feel like I'm a Mariners homer, though. Cash Mayfield, Gustavo Melendez, Gavin Kylan, Sean Episcope, and Mason Neville. Malcolm Moore, Kyle Lodice, Mike Sirota, Tate Sithacine, and Corbin Dickerson. A lot of names I've read for the. You're seeing me say them and read them for the first time ever. Dean Curley, Kevin McGonigal, Jake Cook, Luis Pena, and Jefferson Rojas Laser. Mega packs. Auto list through, what is this, box 6? Box 5, Sean Gamble. Kason Cunningham. Was that backwards for any particular reason? Same code on the back. It's probably not Steel Hall. Ryan Mitchell and Murph Gray. Murph! Trevor Cohen, Jacob Morrison, Landon Viderick, and a gold Matthew Fisher to 50. A 7th rounder. Okay. Jamie Arnold on the prized prospects. But I will take a gold. Any gold is good gold. 7th rounder is interesting. So did he go? Was he in college or was he out of high school? Or 06. So Indiana Player of the Year, 5-0. Interesting. I only did some prelim research on the first round, so and I'm getting a fan call. Thomas White, Jack Gurevich, George Lombard Jr., Ethan Conrad first, and Ty Harvey. Nolan Schubert, Cash Mayfield, Tyler Bremner, Michael Selena, and Braden Montgomery Laser Refractor. Blade Laser. Blazer. Gustavo Melendez, Malcolm Moore, Kyle Lodice, Johnny Slowinski, and Cooper Pratt. I feel like the this is the 6th, 7th box. I don't know. Most of my Chrome's a repeat. I feel like I'm saying the same name every time. Michael Sirota, Dean Curley, Jacob Morrison, Dante Nori, Tommy Troy, and the Laser. Kevin McGonigal, Michael Lombardi, Travis Bazzana, Ben Jacobs, and Sammy Stafora. Stafora came over from the Reds, I believe. Am I making that up? Gavin Killen, Tate Sethacine, Jake Cook, and another gold. It's upside down. I wonder if this one's an auto. Be a lot cooler if it was. It's I can't say words. It is an auto. Marcus Phillips for the Red Sox. 33rd overall. Looks like he was a compensation pick. Marcus Phillips, gold auto, first auto. It's not a first because they don't put first, but he is a 2025 draftee, so we like that. Marcus Phillips. I will admit that I don't know anything outside of his value or his projections in the major leagues, but I will take a gold auto of a first George Lombarder of a first rounder. I meant to say first round and came out terrible. Cameron Millar, Mason Neville, Nolan Schubert, Aaron Walton, and Mason Morris. I feel like the megas have been very, very good. Like the actual mega packs overall. I will take it. So I still have 12, 13, 14. All right, so I'm 6 in. So a gold, a blue, and then a gold auto. A hit every other box so far. Small sample size. I haven't watched anyone else open these, so I don't know what the expected potential hit rate is. I don't think they put odds on. I haven't seen the odds released. Ethan Petrie, Nate George, Joseph DeZura, Xavier Nayans, and Caleb Wing. I could be wrong, though. They might be out now. I just haven't looked. When I didn't get these on release day, I just kind of panicked and said, all right, whenever they come in, they come in. Tyson Lewis, Max Bellew, JoJo Parker, Aiden West, and Gavin Turley. Ching Sui, Ko, Dominic Reed, Rock Riggio, Devin Taylor, and Enrique Bradfield Jr. Cody Bowker, Leo DeVries, Easton Carmichael, Walker Jenkins, and Laser Gurevich for the Cardinals. A lot of Gurevich in here. Jake Monroe, Eli Willits. The first Willits took me to box 7. Caleb Lees, Ethan Frey, and Arun Escobar. First, non-insert. I pulled that insert in the first pack. I flip it wrong every time. Ethan Conrad, Tyler Bremner, Johnny Slawinski, and a blue this time. J.B. Middleton, a pitcher for the Rockies. Unfortunately, that's never a good sign. 45th overall, second rounder, Middleton, blue to 150. 18 of 150. Another Jamie Arnold insert. The prize prospects, I think I've pulled 2 of every one that I've pulled so far. Ethan Frey, Ryan Weidman, Jesus Mate, Travis Bazana, and the second Jamie Arnold in the mega packs. This time in action die cut. Let me sleeve up this Middleton though. All right. I do like true blues and true golds though. I would say anything under a gold, and I'll call this a successful rip. Of course, better names would help, but I think that's probably beating the odds if you pull anything under a gold. 13 boxes to go still. So Mason McConaughey, Arjun Namala, JB Middleton again, Shotaro Mori, and Cameron Maldonado laser. I think it's been 3 lasers per box. So 60 laser fractors. Quentin Young, Jackson Wiggins, Chase Shores, Riley Quick, Slade Caldwell. Cam Caminiti, Michael Olivedo, Brady Ebel, Adonis Guzman, and Joshua Kuroda Grarer. Joshua Lugo, Gavin Fine, Matt Barr, Jamie Arnold, and Christian Fouch with a little indentation there. I don't know if you can see that. The light keeps grabbing it. Cade Anderson, Sean Youngerman, Liam Doyle, Peter Cuso, and Dax Kilby. Pretty good pack there. Decent names. I rate my names specifically on who comes into the Whatnot stream and asks. Caden Bodine, Tyson Witherspoon, Seth Hernandez. We like that. Jordan Yost. Prize prospects, Bazana. Yeah, duplicates, I think, on every prize prospect so far. Josh Hammond, Ethan Petrie, Joseph, I think the D is silent, Zero, Max Bellew, and Dominic Reed. Let me box these up real quick. Stacks are getting a little big on me. Regardless, though, so far I would absolutely buy more mega boxes if I was opening Bowman Draft. I think this entire thing cost me the same as a super jumbo singular box. I mean, that's wild to me. That is wild. Thayron Lorenzo, Dean Moss, Steele Hall, CJ Gray, and Dominic Fritton Laser. Josu Bursino, Malachi Witherspoon, Jared Thomas, Ryan Mitchell, and Caleb Bonnemer. I say Bonnemer. It might be Bonnemer. I don't know. Bonnemer sounds a little rough. Brendan Donovan to the Mariners. Okay. I wanted him to go to the Guardians, I will admit, but that's a great get for them. Brandon Compton, J.R. Ritchie, Murph Gray, Eduardo Quintero, Tim Piacenton. Laser. They were just talking that might not get done, that Donovan might not get moved, but that's a good get for the Mariners. Sean Gamble, Luke LaCourse, Eli Willits, Trevor Cohen, and Carson Benj. Caleb Lays, Gage Wood, Brian Curley, Spencer Jones. He looks huge in that, like a massive giant. And Travis Sikora Laser. Did I grab a mega pack? So this is mega packs. Riley Quick, Brady Ebel, Jamie Arnold, Liam Doyle, and Max Williams. Ethan Ianson, Ben Jacobs, Aiden West, George Lombard Jr., Connor Griffin prize prospects. I like that. I like that. All right, this is the last box of the first half. I still have 10 to go after this. So it took me about a minute to open this. We're 20 minutes in. Should take me about 40 minutes to open this. What is that? About 2 minutes per box. Seems reasonable. Cade Obermuller, Charlie Condon, Mason Neville, Max Williams, and Andrew Salas. I should have been pulling out some of the firsts just as like a recap video. I'll probably do it at the end. Yolfern Castillo, Caden Kent, Anthony Eisen, Elian Pena, and AJ Russell Laser. Johnny Level, Tayton Gray, Jacob Reimer, Cameron Millar, and Connor Griffin. Griffin stuff is going yeah, he's a star. His stuff is going up every show. His stuff goes for a little bit more than the show before. Landon Harmon, Jesus Mate, Riley Kelly, JJ Weatherholt, and Ryan Waldschmidt. I've been grabbing his stuff out of dollar boxes, his inserts, not his first. His first never made it to dollar boxes, but any Bowman Chrome from this year, Justin Lampkin, Yandel Ricardo, Nate Snead, Cade Crossland, and Luke Dickerson. He had some Bowman's best stuff. Been grabbing it anywhere and everywhere I can. You just don't see a ton of it. Max Clark, JJ Weatherholt, Quentin Young, Chase Shores, and again, Connor Griffin, prize prospects, another one. Kyle Lodice, Dean Curley, Michael Lombardi, Aaron Watson, and Charlie Condon in action die cut. Halfway point. Ooh. And I haven't ripped on camera in a long time. I got to remember where to put my hands. I feel like I'm a little far away from the camera. It's kind of a warm-up to get back to breaking. Gage Wood. A bit of surface marks. Grant Richardson, James Elwinger, Felon Celestine, and Xavier Nyans. Although I will say the Chromes have been in pretty good shape from this. The Mojos look fantastic. They're in fantastic shape. Charles Davelin, Tommy Wyatt, Nick Becker, Gavin Kylan, and Sean Episcope. That makes me want to buy them even more. Hagen Smith, Tanner Franklin, Tate Sedacine, Corbin Dickerson, and George Lombard Jr. Laser. Quentin Young, Blake Mitchell, Griffin Huggis, Jake Cook, and Luis Pena. Bryce Cunningham, Landon Hodge, Cody Miller, Aiden Miller, and Caleb Wing. I wonder when did I bump my camera? Is that what it is? It's got to be it. That's pretty straight now. Sean Gamble, Kaysen Cunningham, Steele Hall, little green /99. Michael Lombardi. Am I 5 for 5 on hits? Yeah, all 5 of my hits have been pitchers so far. Jojo Parker, prize prospects. So I will admit I would love to see a hitter. I'm a pitcher guy, but I know for prospects, pitchers do not sell well until they do something. Hoswar Gonzalez, Josh Owens, Cooper Fleming, Zach Root, and Marcus Phillips. So yeah, toss me a hitter card. And like I said, anything under a gold, I'll consider it a pretty good rip. I will take a Seth Hernandez hit, though, as I'm talking about only hitting pitchers so far. Matthew Fisher, Ethan Petrie. I should probably wait. There we go. Josiah Hartshorn, Steele Hall, and Caden Kent Laser. I should wait until it focuses on the cards before I just fly through them. Nate George, Joseph Desira, Tyson Lewis, CJ Gray, and Ryan Mitchell. Got to work on his pronunciation. Zoira. Max Bellew, Ching Sing Ko, Caleb Bonner, Murph Gray, J.D. Dix. It is J.D. Dix. There was a J.D. Nix, wasn't there? Used to play. Dominic Reed, Rock Riggio, Cody Bowker, Eduardo Quintero, and Trevor Cohen. Leo DeVries, Jake Monroe, Carson Bench, Brian Curley, Johnny Level Laser. Megapacks, Gavin Killen, Tate Sedacine, Jake Cook, Cameron Millar, and Mason Neville. Nolan Schubert, Aaron Walton, back-to-back Guardians. Mason Morris, Caden Bodine, second auto base, first hitter though. Caden Bodine for the Orioles. He was their first rounder, 30th overall, and another Connor Griffin prize prospects, third one of those. So second auto hit. I'll do a recap at the end of everything. I have 8 boxes to go. We're 60% of the way through. So maybe one more auto and I guess 2 more hits. We shall see. I feel like this is a smaller autograph checklist than the regular set as well. Pretty sure. Only early picks. Aaron Watson, Franklin Arias, Arun Escobar, James Elwinger, Colin Yeeman, Laser. Caden Bodine, there he is. Cameron Nelson, Kyson Witherspoon, Felnine Celestine, and Gavin Killen. Connor Essenberg, Seth Hernandez, Sean Episcope, Tate Sethasine, and Ben Jacobs. First to Laser. Pico Cone, Jordan Yost, Gabe Davis, Corbin Dickerson, and Jake Cook first. Josh Hammond, Matthew Fisher, Luis Pena, Cody Miller, and Carlos Lagrange, Yankees prospect. I guess I don't know why I didn't realize these weren't all chromes. But man, the fact that it's all chrome, there's no paper, makes this a pretty strong rip in my opinion. Dean Moss, Malachi Witherspoon, Brandon Compton, Sean Gamble, and Kason Cunningham. Makes me immediately want to get more of these. Steele Hall, Ryan Mitchell, Murph Gray. In action, die cut green of Dax Kilby. If I can get it to focus on that. Serial numbering at the bottom, 27 of 99. Dax Kilby, green. George Lombard in the prized prospects. That's pretty cool. I think I could top load that one. Pretty strong. I knew there were parallels of those, but I guess I kind of forgot about them. I think in the top loader, it looks more like off camera, it looks more like a green refractor. Maybe just the angle it's sitting at right now. Because in hand, I just see it immediately. 7 more to go. 7 more boxes, including this one. Ryan Sloan, Colin Yeeman, Nolan Sailors, Brody Brecht, and James Tibbs. And it looks like the bottom of a laser refractor somewhere. Probably going to be might have a missing card with a missing piece in here somewhere. Carlos Lagrange, Billy Carlson, Tim Piastine, Josh Owens, and Kalen Culpepper. Ike Irish, Cameron Maldonado, Cooper Fleming, Jefferson Rojas, Kane Kepley, Laser. Dax Kilby, Ryan Waldschmidt, Kane Kepley, Zach Root, and JD Dix. A lot of Dax Kilby for me so far. Not a complaint. Braden Montgomery, Ethan Hedges, Marcus Phillips, Matthew Mura, and Mitch Voigt first. Laser. Eli Willits, first Willits Mojo. Gage Wood, Charles Davelin, and a blue Riley Quick. Another pitcher hit. Prize prospects, Liam Doyle. That was a good pack, though. A blue and a Willits. Nick Becker, Tanner Franklin, Griffin Hugus. This is like a line. I don't know if you can see it right there. Yeah. Line on that one. Landon Hodge, in action, Andrew Salas insert. Riley Quick, blue, and my first Willits Mojo. I think I got a Seth Hernandez in the first, JoJo Parker in the first box. So decent names so far for me on the Mojos. Although with the smaller checklist, it definitely helps. Only 100 cards on the Mojo checklist versus 200 on the regular draft checklist. So they cut out some of the late rounders and people that it wasn't their first, which I appreciate. It's a nice change. Man, this is really. I need a lint roller on hand for this. Schmutz everywhere. Mason McConaughey, Arjun Namala, Ryan Weidman, Esmeralyn Valdez, and Nolan Sherbert laser. I've not been pulling out the lasers. I think it's been 3 per box. That's pretty strong. Jackson Wiggins, Chase Shores, Cam Caminiti, Aaron Walton, and Max Clark. I'll just throw that right there. Michael Oliveto, Joshua Luga, Mason Morris, Eduardo Tate, and Joe Parker laser. Gavin Feen, Matt Barr, Cade Anderson, Kaysen Cunningham, and Josiah Hartshorn. Mojo packs. Ty Harvey, Nate Snead, Dean Moss, Malachi Witherspoon, and Brandon Compton. Rynel Rodriguez, Joshua Flores. This was not a mega pack. Johnny Farmello, Landon Vitterick, and Dakota Jordan. Did I just open those in the wrong order and not notice? Or was I shorted a pack in that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Haha. Good thing I checked. That was still in the box. I definitely just missed a pack. Whew. Good thing I was paying attention. Max Bellew, Dominic Reed, Antonio Jimenez, and it was a nice auto in there. Steele Hall. Reds, early pick. Looks like he just signs it Steele. I like that. 9th overall. I just left that pack chilling in a box. About to throw it away. Eli Willits insert as well. So best auto so far. I don't really think it's close on that one. It's nice. Steele Hall, base Watto. I guess I could probably put up some stands. I haven't done highlight stands in a minute yet. It's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, I feel a lot better about finding that pack. I would have been annoyed because I probably would have just crushed it when I was putting these, throwing these boxes away because I crush them into a box to try and save space. Now I got to make sure I count out 2, 5. We're good. We're good here. Thayron Lorenzo, Dean Moss, Alfredo Duno, JB Middleton, and Ethan Conrad laser. Joshua Bersino, Malachi Witherspoon, Jared Thomas, Shotoro Mori, and Riley Quick. Brandon Compton, J.R. Ritchie, Slade Caldwell, Brady Ebel, and Jacob Reimer laser. Sean Gamble, Luke LaCourse, Kane Kepley, Adonis Guzman, and Jamie Arnold first. Eli Willits first. Caleb Blaze, Christian Fauch, Liam Doyle, and Ty Harvey on the laser. Ethan Conrad, Tyler Bremner, Johnny Slowinski, Ethan Frey, and Ryan Weidman. Jesus Mate, Travis Bazana, AJ Russell, and a blue. JT Quinn, another pitcher. I wonder if that is just like the odds or if I'm running hot on pitchers. George Lombard prize prospects. Like if pitchers and hitters run together, because my parallels, every single one, 6 parallels have all been pitchers so far. My autos, though, 2 out of 3 not pitchers, so just random probably. Small sample size, but definitely something I noticed. All right, we got 4 more boxes. Like I said, show me something other. Orange or better. I'll be happy. I think these are just traditional colors. The orange to 25, red to 5, and then is there a black in this? I meant to look. Ethan Petrie, Nate George, Joseph Desarwa, Aiden Miller, and Landon Vitterick. Although I don't know if the actual odds are out. I think they were on the website, but I don't remember if black was in there. Tyson Lewis, Max Bellew, Dakota Jordan, Ryan Weidman, and Sammy Stufara. Ching Sain Ko, Dominic Reed, Rock Riggio, Esmeralda Valdez, and Aaron Walton. Cody Bowker, Leo DeVries, Max Clark, Mason Morris, and Billy Carlson laser. A lot of Billy Carlson. Kind of like what the White Sox are doing. They made that trade for Jordan Hicks, Jake Monroe, Theo Guillen, Dean Livingston, Eduardo Tate, and Josiah Hartshorn. I feel like they've done a lot of, they signed Austin Hayes the other day. They've done a lot of little things to make a non-competitive roster much, much better. Trevor Cohen, Jacob Morrison, Landon Vitterick, Josiah Hartshorn, Gavin Kylan, in action die cut. Throwing a couple good picks and you turn around a roster really fast. Elian Pena, JT Quinn, JD Thompson, JB Middleton, and Liam Doyle prize prospects. That was a JT, a JD, and a JB back to back to back. All right. People love shortening their names. JT, JB, JD. 3 boxes, go. Sean Youngerman, Cade Obermuller. Philly's really big on drafting guys with long last names. I can appreciate that. Charlie Condon, Matthew Mura, Ethan Conrad, Mason Neville, Yulfrin Castillo, Ty Harvey, Tyler Bremner, Johnny Slowinski, Laser. Caden Kent, Johnny Level, Tatum Gray, Michael Salina, and Johnny Slowinski. Jacob Reimer, Landon Harmon, Cooper Pratt, Jacob Morrison, and Yandel Ricardo. Jesus Mate, Justin Lampkin, Yandel Ricardo again, Dante Nori, Ben Jacobs, some Mojo packs. Jordan Yost, Josh Hammond, Ethan Petrie, Joseph Deswara, Liam Doyle prize prospects. Gage Wood, Charlos Davelin, Nick Becker, Tanner Franklin, and in action JoJo Parker die cut Mojo insert. 2 to go. No, nothing too crazy. That Steel Hall is definitely the best auto. I mean, name wise, that Marcus Phillips might have a little life. I'm not too familiar with him, but a gold auto, I'm certainly not upset about. Almost let a pack slip by again. Gotta watch me. Try to throw away my best auto so far. Sean Youngerman, Cade Obermuller again, Sammy Stufara, Dominic Fritton, Cade Anderson, Laser. A lot of Mariners love. Charlie Condon, Mason Neville, Yulfrin Castillo, Travis Sikora, and Briggs McKenzie. Caden Kent, Gianni Level, Joshua Kuroda Grauer, AJ Russell, and Josh Owens. That's a lot of syllables and names that I don't say very often, so I really have to sound that one out and think through it. Dayton Gray, Jacob Reimer, Landon Harmon, James Tibbs III, and Mitch Voigt. Tibbs getting flipped by the Red Sox immediately is very, very interesting. The Red Sox, if you look at the trade post Rafael Devers, oof. Jesus Mate, Justin Lampkin, Tommy Troy, Patrick Fords, and Cade Obermuller, Laser. I do like what they did at the pitching staff this offseason, but man, that Rafael Devers trade looks terrible. Josiah Hartshorn, Elian Pena, JT Quinn, JD Thompson. In action, Weatherholt die cut. JB Middleton, Riley Quick, Brady Ebel, Jamie Arnold, and prize prospects Kevin McGonigal. Insert last box here. Let's hope we can Finish strong. Show me something lower than a gold. I'll take anything. I mean, is the rose gold still the 1 of 1, or do these usually with the Mojos? It's always been rose gold as the 1 of 1. I don't see it on the box. It doesn't advertise like rose golds or anything. Last 20 box case. Johnny Farmello, Mason McConaughey, Luke Dickerson, Nolan Sailors, and Jesus Made Laser. Arjun Namala, Quinton Young, Jackson Wiggins, Brody Brecht, Josh Owens. Chase Shores, Cam Caminiti, Kalen Culpepper, Cooper Fleming, Michael Selena Laser. Sean, what's going on? Michael Oliveto, Joshua Lugo, Gavin Veen, Jefferson Rojas, and Zach Root. I did not do a break this time. This is just a personal case, letting it rip and seeing what happens. Matt Barr, Kate Anderson, JD Dix, Marcus Phillips, Justin Lampkin Laser. Last mega packs: Max Bellew, Dominic Reed, Antonio Jimenez, Ty Harvey, and Nate Snead. So I do claim the price. They're open, but I definitely don't have a price point or anything like that on them. Dean Moss, Malachi Witherspoon, Braden Compton. I did end on an orange. Very cool. Last pack orange. I said, hey, give me an orange and I'll call it a win. And it's an auto, and it's Brady Ebel. Very cool. And strong. Free 99, Brady Ebel. Orange auto, 12 of 25. 32nd overall. I will take that. Prize prospects, Connor Griffin. Great ending. I will admit that I have no sense of sold. I did not look up anything as to what it had sold for. I don't know Bowman draft this year yet. This is my research project. Recap from my mega case. Eli Willits, Riley Quick Blue, Michael Lombardi Green to 99, JB Middleton, Matthew Fisher Gold to 50, JD Thompson to 150, JT Quinn to 150. Did I get all three? Yeah, there we go. I got JD, and JT on the Blues to 150. Brady Ebel, Orange to 25. Steel Hall, Dax Kilby, Green to 99. Caden Bodine, Marcus Phillips Gold. You say Kikuchi, I say Mike Trout. Sean, I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. The Wiffle Breakers channel is coming back. We are working on things. So posting some stuff here, TikTok, doing some Whatnot stuff. I will do breaks again, and they will slowly migrate over to Whatnot. So yeah, that'll be a thing. If you ever want to join a break, it'll probably be on Whatnot. I haven't set up the what's it called, streaming software to do it on there yet, and there's a little bit more to it than just streaming from my phone like I do for regular single shows, but I will get over there. So hope you're doing well. I'll see you soon, and everyone else that joined, I appreciate you. I'll probably change the what's it called, thumbnail and info on this, but I was happy to rip some Bowman draft. Guys, I appreciate anyone who stopped in. I will see you next time.